From the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, this is NCC Digital Signature.
Hello, and welcome to NCC Digital Signature, brought to you by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. This program is designed to educate, inform, and enlighten you on the trends, issues, and developments driving innovation and creativity in the digital world. I am Maimuna Ahoiza Zubair.
This is NCC Digital Signature.
In this edition, we bring you news on the capacity building workshop organized by the Nigerian Communications Commission for members of the Nigeria Information Technology Reporters Association, NITRA. We will also bring you the details of the Lottery Commission courtesy visit to the NCC, plus a special focus on the Nigeria Office for Developing the Indigenous Telecom Sector, NODITS. Not forgetting the answers and lucky winners of our running quiz. Stay with us. But first, here are the issues and developments that made news in the past week.
At NCC Digital Signature, we bring you innovation, trends, policies, and digital entrepreneurs redefining Ugo sectors of our economy today. Here you will see the actors, the policy makers, digital economy drivers, and creativity that will shape your mind in line with today's reality. NCC Digital Signature.
The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has reiterated its commitment to maintaining the age-long tradition of a mutually beneficial relationship with the media. Dr. Ikechukwu Adinde, Director Public Affairs of the NCC, gave the assurance at a capacity-building session organized by the Commission for members of the National Information Technology Reporters Association, Abuja chapter.
Let me be quick to mention that the Commission recognizes the importance of NITRA as a strategic ally, and this accounts for why we have on several occasions provided capacity building and other skill development programs for members of NITRA, with the aim of providing the platform for equipping you as our critical stakeholders and partners from the media with the knowledge and skills required to do your jobs effectively and most efficiently in the professional manner.
Adinde said the training, in a sense, amplifies a continuing age-long tradition of maintaining strong and mutually beneficial relationships with the media as partners of the Commission.
This professional group of the media is so important because they are saddled with the responsibility of the coverage and reportage of events, programs, and activities within the telecommunications industry. As you know, the NCC regulates the telecoms industry, and so as a way of engaging them and bringing them up to speed with developments in the sector and helping them to also understand issues around recent developments, emerging developments, so that they can be better informed in their professional role of covering and reporting this so important sector. That is the reason we are doing what we're doing today.
Speaking on the importance of the training for NITRA, one of the resource persons and faculty, Al-Qasim Umar, noted that the media was strategically a key partner to the Commission. Hence, such need-specific trainings for members of NITRA with the aim of equipping NITRA with the knowledge and skills required to do their jobs effectively in the most professional manner in today's dynamic world.
You know, in telecom now we have upstream, we have downstream. So within those domains there are new services, of course new market segments. And the global perspective to it is that every market segment now should be specifically regulated. Otherwise, if you have a blanket regulation for all, there will be problem. Some will begin to contradict with each other. So for each of the new markets that are coming up, have been thrown up, there is need to create a regulatory, a rule that will help to moderate those markets.
On his part, the president of NITRA Abuja chapter, Blessing Olaifa, represented by the Secretary, Emmanuel Elebeke, expressed the organization's appreciation to the NCC for the capacity building program for its members.
I want to commend you for the consistency in churning out policies and programs and regulatory framework that have positioned this commission as a pace setter in the Committee of Regulation in Africa and in the world at large.
Some of the beneficiaries of the training share their thoughts on the gains of the training.
The relevance of today's training to journalists and Nigeria as a whole cannot be overemphasized because there are several issues discussed. Example, one of the issues is on balance of payment, which has something to do with balance of trade.
This is an event to bring the media, that's especially those who are reporters covering the Nigerian Communications Commission, to speed, to understand the activities of the Commission, especially as regards some of the latest developments and happenings globally.
The impact is that it makes us more knowledgeable, especially in the telecommunications industry.
The Nigeria Communications Commission and the National Lottery Regulatory Commission have expressed readiness to collaborate in furtherance to an existing memorandum of understanding between both regulatory bodies in order to deliver more beneficial services to the citizens in their respective areas of jurisdiction and pursuant to their mandates. This was the resolution of both government agencies during a courtesy call by the Lottery Regulatory Agency to the NCC recently at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. Welcoming the NLRC team to the NCC on behalf of the Executive Vice Chairman of the Commission, the Executive Commissioner's Stakeholder Management, Barrister Adeleke Adewolu, expressed delight at the visit and commended the Lottery Regulatory Agency for efforts at making positive changes to entrench better confidence among players in the sector.
To look at collaborative ways in which the two agencies can undertake their respective mandates. Specifically, how can NCC assist the National Lottery Regulatory Committee in fulfilling its mandate of ensuring there is a robust and what I would call consumer safe lottery and gaming industry in Nigeria, and that we should look into probably setting up a joint committee between the two agencies to review, update, and then hopefully get the management of the two agencies to sign a fresh MOU, taking on board developments in our various industries which have happened over that period.
Adewolu added that the NCC would ensure that the lottery licensees abide with commercial agreements which fall under the value-added services.
The relationship between our licensees and your licensees, your operators, will allow it to because it's a commercial agreement between them. And we don't, as regulators, normally get involved with such. The idea is to encourage competition within the industry.
Given his remark, Mr. Lanrek Bajabiamila, the Director General of the National Lottery Regulatory Commission, expressed his agency's willingness to partner and harvest from the laudable efforts and experiences of the Nigerian Communications Commission's success story as a key regulator of arguably one of the most strategic sectors of the Nigerian economy, adding that NLRC was looking forward to a more robust working relationship with the NCC.
Just want to appreciate thus far, which I know we've had a healthy relationship with NCC, we're working on it, and I think this collaboration needs to be really defined and to capture all our needs and understanding, so that wherever we learn from you, we'll be able to at least relate that to our operators.
A Deputy Director Consumer Affairs, Peru, Hajia Hafsat Lawal, noted that the collaboration has been long overdue while sharing some of NCC's consumer testimonials. She further harped on the need for greater partnership amongst federal government agencies to harvest the vast opportunities in Nigeria for the benefit of the people.
Yes, you're right. The technology has been evolving, so a lot has happened since we signed this MOU. So yes, it's a good time to be looking at reviewing it and taking into consideration a lot of things that has happened in the industry.
The NCC and NLRC collaboration, without doubt, is commendable and capable of adding value to Nigerians, stating that the face of lottery is fast changing from retail paper coupon to different aspects of distribution channels online, powered by telecom services.
This is NCC Digital Signature.
You're watching NCC Digital Signature, a program by the Nigerian Communications Commission. The NCC is responsible for creating an enabling environment for competition among operators in the industry, as well as ensuring the provision of qualitative and efficient telecommunication services throughout the country. For more information about the Commission, follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. From those news highlights, we now bring you answers to our running quiz from last week. Question 1. What is the full meaning of DND? And the answer is, do not disturb. Question 2. Name 4 social media handles of the NCC. And here are the lucky winners for the week. Ezembu Chinonso Sylvester, Emene, Enugu State. Ikpo Rachel Joy, Dube, Abuja. Idomason Ada Peters, Mina, Niger State. This is NCC Digital Signature, a convergence of digital innovation, creativity, and a world of endless possibilities, brought to you by the NCC. Still to come, our main story of the week on the Nigeria Office for Developing the Indigenous Sector. Stay tuned.
We are Nigerian Communications Commission, regulator of the telecommunications industry in Nigeria. Our mission is to support a market-driven communications industry and promote universal access. Over the years, the Nigerian Communications Commission has been driven by dynamic and visionary leadership. In line with this mission and vision, the current Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Professor Marugaba Dambata, has recorded impressive achievements in the strategic objectives of market development, consumer protection and empowerment, quality of service, universal broadband access, among others, as enshrined in the Nigerian Communications Act 2003.
We are firm, fair, and forthright. Our core values are integrity, excellence, professionalism, responsiveness, innovation, and commitment.
If you want to know more about who we are, follow us on our social media platforms: Instagram, NGCom Commission; Facebook, Nigerian.communications.commission; LinkedIn, Nigerian Communications Commission; and YouTube, Nigerian Communications Commission.
Our website is www.ncc.gov.ng. In keeping with our core values of innovation and excellence, we are expanding the frontiers of our social media platforms by launching a podcast, NCC Global Connect. Our podcast offers you a whole new experience in our social media engagements.
Over the years, we've maintained a strong social media presence to serve our stakeholders better. Through various initiatives, we've demonstrated our commitment to protect, inform, and educate telecom consumers. Take advantage of us so that no one takes advantage of you. NCC, connecting Nigeria.
This is NCC Digital Signature.
Now to our main story of the week. Since the liberalization of the telecom sector, one area that has been of major concern to stakeholders of the telecom sector has been the creation and development of top quality indigenous content in the telecommunications sector. To address this, the Nigerian government came up with a policy for the promotion of indigenous content in the Nigerian telecommunications sector in 2021. This gave rise to the establishment of Nigeria Office for Developing Indigenous Telecom Sector, NODITS, a special purpose vehicle designed to stimulate the creation and development of top quality indigenous content in the telecommunications sector, as explained in this story.
Following the signing of the National Policy for the Promotion of Indigenous Content in the Telecommunications Sector (NPPIC) by the President in March 2021, the Nigeria Office for Developing the Indigenous Telecom Sector (NODITS) was set up with a mission to deliver on the objectives of the National Policy for the Promotion of Indigenous Content in the Telecom Industry and Executive Orders 003 and 005 with a vision to harmoniously integrate indigenous content in the Nigerian telecom sector. NODITS is meant to close the local content and skills gap in the telecom sector in Nigeria. Babagana Digima is the team lead at the Nigeria Office for Developing the Indigenous Telecom Sector, NODITS, domiciled at the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC.
We have the National Policy for Promotion of Indigenous Content in the Telecommunications Sector. And the purpose of that policy is government looked at the entire telecommunications sector, and with the large achievement or the very big achievement that is done in that sector, there's still the need to instill indigenous content, both in terms of capacity, manufacturing, devices, and so on.
The Executive Order 003 mandates all the ministries, departments, and agencies to always grant preference to local manufacturers of goods and service providers for procurement, while the Executive Order 005 seeks the promotion of Nigerian content in contracts bordering on science, engineering, and technology.
What we are doing is to create a framework for supporting indigenous telecommunication business in Nigeria. We also want to ensure compliance to existing regulatory guidelines on indigenous content. And we also want to highlight and promote the capacities in the telecommunications sector, indigenous aspect of it, of course. And of course, we also want to foster a good relationship between the global OEMs and our local companies in Nigeria.
NODITS is well equipped with a broad mandate to facilitate the achievement of indigenous and local content objectives and targets contained in other policies set by government for the telecom sector. Contribute towards the development of guidelines and regulations for facilitating indigenous content in telecom, and profile innovative ideas and solutions that will support knowledge, skills, and technology transfer in the telecom sector. Its mandates also include the implementation of local content in the telecoms industry to create jobs, promote enterprise development, and acquire new skills, technologies, and stimulate the development of indigenous content in the Nigerian telecoms sector.
We now created 4 teams in line with the overall objective of the national policy, which is one, we're looking at manufacturing. Secondly, we're looking at people. We're also looking at software and services, and we're looking at R&D, all geared towards telecommunication. So similarly, we were able to create 4 teams that is focusing on each of those areas. We have the technical and development team, which is like a unit that is now looking at the manufacturing aspect. And we also have stakeholder and stakeholder, who is, as the name suggests, is looking at financing, looking at other stakeholder collaborations, including people. Then we have a conformance monitoring team. That team is just looking at making sure that the industry is conforming to the policy. And final, but not the least, we have a legal and advisory team.
Babagana added that Nordits is already working with indigenous players in creating value for the overall development of the digital economy, in which Nigerians take developmental roles that will project the country as a leader amongst other top nations of the world as it relates to the telecoms and ICT ecosystem.
We've been able to discover up to 6 SIM card manufacturers in Nigeria. Before that, I don't think most of us knew that we have SIM card manufacturers who have capacity to produce enough SIM for Nigeria. And I think one of the interactions, we've conducted interaction between the SIM manufacturers, MNOs, and ourselves and departments in the NCC. And one of the far-reaching agreement we have done, I think, is before the Federal Executive Council.
For a broader perspective, Nordits is also responsible for developing a framework to enable telecom operators with foreign participation prepare and present to the Nigerian Communications Commission plans for local manufacturing of foreign-sourced software, equipment and devices. Furthermore, software and equipment shall be type approved by the Commission before entry into the market, as explained by the team lead.
Once we identify areas that are affecting the indigenous telecommunication sector, and we see a relationship with NCC, we bring it up with that department. For example, when we visited the SIM card manufacturers, one of the things we discovered is that they are manufacturing SIM cards for telecommunications. They are also manufacturing cards for the banking industry. But they are not licensed by the NCC for SIM card manufacturing. And we now saw that as an area that needs to be addressed, which we told the management, and we recommended that the licensing department takes that and creates a special licensing category for SIM card manufacturers.
Nigeria Office for Developing the Indigenous Telecom Sector, Nordits, is already involved in working with various stakeholders towards reducing capital flight, as local manufacturers are encouraged to participate in the design and manufacturing of devices. This will also require that manpower requirements towards making indigenous active participants in the Nigeria's telecoms development are met. The national policy for the promotion of indigenous content, where Nordits derives its powers, has 4 focus areas covering manufacturing, services and software for the telecom sector, people, research and development for digital innovation and entrepreneurship. The policy objective is to stimulate the design, development, production, sales and utilization of high-quality telecom equipment and services developed by indigenous companies.
We are not going to stifle any growth. Whatever we are doing, we are looking at all the aspects of industry. We are careful in terms of making sure that we instill competition, which is one key area for a capitalist economy like ours. Generally, the reception has been very good because all the companies that we've visited so far, they have always welcomed us, and they have said it's a welcome development, and they hope that we bring out something out of it that is very positive.
So far, Nordits is helping to bridge the skill gap in the sector through its support and partnership with foreign OEMs and foreign telecoms in Nigeria for skills and knowledge transfer. It's also encouraging foreign operators in Nigeria to provide mandatory knowledge transfer to indigenous firms as corporate social responsibility.
That was our story on the promotion of indigenous content in the Nigerian's telecom sector. If you're just joining us once again, here are the answers to our running quiz from last week. Question 1. What is the full meaning of DND? And the answer is, do not disturb. Question 2. Name 4 social media handles of the NCC. And here are the lucky winners for the week. Ezembu Chinonso Sylvester, Emene, Enugu State. Ikpo Rachel Joy, Dugbe, Abuja. Idomason Ada Peters, Mina, Niger State. To view today's episode and our previous ones, please log on to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/Nigerian Communications Commission. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Have you linked your SIM to your NIN or NIN? Contact your service providers for information. For further details, visit the NCC website on www.ncc.gov.ng and the NIMC website on www.nimc.gov.ng. That's our program for today. If you need further information about the NCC, send your inquiries to NCC Digital Signature at ncc.gov.ng. Until next week, do not forget that the NCC is your partner towards a connected Nigeria. On behalf of the Nigerian Communications Commission, thank you for watching NCC Digital Signature. Follow our social media handles scrolling on your screens for up-to-date news on the activities of the NCC. I am Maimuna Ahoiza Zubair. Bye for now.